Hi again, everybody, as we continue on with this week's edition of Making Waves, also getting ready for another weekend of basketball here this weekend at the Goodman Center as we roll into the early days of the month of February. Joined now by Roosevelt University women's basketball coach Deon Thomas. And Coach, going back to the previous weekend here, welcome back to Chicago after a lengthy road trip. Wound up splitting a pair of games and great accolades for Marie Outlay, and obviously we'll chat a little bit about that, but overall your impressions of the last weekend.
It was a trip. Going to Sault Ste. Marie it's always nice. It's different. You just get to see things you're not used to. It was minus 26 when we woke up, and they probably had like 10 feet of snow. So they said the coldest it's been since 95 and the most snow they've had at this point in the season since 95. So that was cool. The trip itself, it's always fun just to get away from school and just spend time with the girls. But going to Saginaw, we took care of business, which was nice because they beat us here on our home court. Then, unfortunately, we lost to Saginaw at their place, but like you mentioned, Marie had a hell of a weekend.
Well, going back and looking at the weekend Marie had, as first of all, in the win against Lake State overall defensively, team was able to force 22 turnovers. So we've been talking all along this season about how you're a defensive-minded coach. That had to be real happy for you to see.
Yeah, especially the second half. Like, it was back and forth all game. In the fourth quarter, I think we forced 10 steals, and we got to the free throw line 25 times. So it was just a unique game where our defensive pressure helped, and we attacked the basket, got to the free throw line. So it was very pleasing as a coach.
Would it be safe to say that defense, obviously you win the game by scoring points, but defense was an indispensable part of that win?
Oh, 100%. 100%. We weren't scoring the ball. If you look at the box score, we didn't score the ball extremely well. All our points came off turnovers and free throws. So it was really nice to see that. We knew we weren't shooting the ball well, and we put our heads down, we defended, and we got to the basket.
And it's an interesting aspect about the game as well that the team was able to determine, things aren't going as well as we want offensively. Let's turn it up defensively, and you're able to get a good result out of it.
I don't know about determined. I kind of told them, you can't make a basket. We got to play some defense. So, but they bought in, and it worked well for us.
And talking about Marie Outlay, another Defensive Player of the Week award in the GLIAC, her second of the year, making some history, breaking the steals record this last weekend, and just had a tremendous game. Had 21 points, 9 steals, 6 rebounds, 2 steals against Lake State, and then 13 points and 11 steals, a single-game record for the program. It's just amazing the kind of year that Marie's putting together, isn't it?
Absolutely. I think she had 9 steals at Lake State, and she had 11 steals at Saginaw Valley. So 20 steals in a weekend is huge. But she's just all over the place. She's been, since her freshman year, leading us defensively. I'll never forget our first preseason meeting as a freshman. She said, I want to be Defensive Player of the Year. And she did that as a freshman, and she's been trying to chase it again ever since. So once she got a record, I said, that's awesome. I said, I got a new goal for you. She was like, what? I said, you're 53 rebounds away from 500. Go rebound the ball for the rest of the year. So we got a new focus. We got one. So now we want her to get 500 rebounds this year and lead the team. My next challenge to her outside of the rebounds is now you continue to grow as a leader and lead our girls the right way. Make sure they know what's expected of them, whether they're new returners, recruits, whatever. So she's kind of the face of the program in that way as well.
Sounds like Marie is the type of player where one goal has been achieved, not resting on laurels, setting another goal and setting your sights on achieving that goal. And that's got to be kind of a joy for you as a coach to see that play out.
Absolutely. So we got it done. What's next? All right, well, let's do this. I want you to rebound the ball. We're struggling rebounding right now. So I want you to change your focus to that and help lead our girls. Encourage them to defend and rebound like you can, and shots will fall. If they don't, we can hang our hat on our defense.
In respect overall to the way Marie is able to play defensively, it's such an asset. It's almost, I think we said a few weeks ago, it's almost impossible to overstate her impact on the team. Obviously, when she's on defense, I know you assign her to the best player to the opposing team, and when they have the ball, there's a twofold effect, isn't there? One, the player has to concentrate on making sure that Marie doesn't steal the ball, but in addition, that will take the player's mind off maybe something that she might want to concentrate on elsewhere in the offensive game, and so it can have an effect there as well.
Absolutely. When she's doing her thing, they have to 100% worry about their matchup. They have to worry about Marie, but getting everyone else in their help and where they're supposed to be, that's where all our steals and our deflections come. So Marie might get a deflection and someone gets the steal because she's there. So they have to worry about that. So again, it's when everyone matches Marie's intensity, we're fun to watch.
And obviously the rest of the team is able to benefit off that, aren't they?
Absolutely. Getting extra second and third possessions off of steals and offensive rebounds and different things like that Marie provides. So it helps the whole team.
Now you move into the month of February here, and I remember asking you this question off air. I think it was last season, in regards to practice. Now you're into the deep part of the season, looking ahead now to the final weeks, the home stretch. Is there anything different about practicing now than as opposed to back early in the year when you start late in the fall? Do you do anything differently, or do you emphasize anything differently? How does that go now as you get deeper and deeper into the season?
Yeah, absolutely. It changes drastically. Before, it's a lot of teaching. Now it's not as much teaching. It's just reiterating what we've already taught, making sure they're getting reps. So we normally practice 2 hours. Now at this point in the season, we're at 90 minutes, sometimes even less than that. It's getting reps, preparing for our opponents, then just tweaking things we need to really work on. But it's not a lot of teaching new stuff. Like, we're not going to change our offense or change our defensive concepts. Like, we're just going to really fine tune them at this point.
Are there phases to the season as far as practice goes where at the start you try to have the players obviously buy into the system and let them know what the system's going to be, and then you kind of progress from there?
Oh, absolutely. Then at this point, it's you either are going to do what I'm asking you to do, or you're not going to play. So that makes things a lot easier because we've taught everything. Everyone knows the expectations. Either you're doing it or you're not at this point in the season. If you're not going to have the opportunities, or not the same opportunities as the girls that are going to do it. And that's kind of where we are with any program, I would imagine, at this point in the season.
Looking at where the season stands right now, how do you see it as you head into the final weeks?
It's still up in the air. Right now, we're sitting at 8th in the conference, but we can end up in 6th, or we can end up in 5th if we take care of business, win out. We got to protect our home court. We have a unique week where we play Thursday. We don't play Saturday. We play Monday, Thursday, Saturday. So we got to take care of business. We got some winnable games in this stretch, but we also have Ferris and Grand Valley, which are 2 juggernauts in the conference. So we got an opportunity here to take care of business. Then we head up to UP one more time to round out those last few games there.
You mentioned the different scheduling in the coming days. You have a game as we tape on Tuesday. You have a game coming up Thursday, and then no game Saturday, and then you extend it out a little bit to Monday. Does that little extra time help out at all?
Not at all. You wish you could play kind of sooner, but giving them that day off, it's kind of like weird. Like, do you give them a day off? Do you practice? Do you watch film? Then preparing for a game on Monday means they won't have a traditional day off unless we give them Saturday off. We're going to practice Sunday because we play Monday. But we're in that situation last year where we played every Monday, excuse me. So we're used to it, but I prefer just kind of, I like the Thursday, Saturday stretch after getting the opportunity to do it this year. Then when we're NAI, we were Wednesday, Saturday, so that stretch was nice too.
Has that scheduling, the Thursday, Saturday, taken a little bit of getting used to?
For me, no. For the players, yes. I feel like we struggle Saturday morning games right now for that 1 o'clock tip when later games help us. So us playing Thursday, Monday, we're playing at 5:30 every single time, or 5 or 5:30, so it kind of helps playing later in the day.
If I can take you out of your coaching mode and maybe go into player mode, would you enjoy that kind of schedule as a player?
Thursday,
Saturday?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. It's kind of what I did when I did play. Quick turnarounds. I don't even mind the morning games. I liked when we played at noon and different things like that. But I was always just jacked, ready to play. I was one of those guys that didn't eat much. We got an opportunity to hoop, I'm going to go hoop. Didn't matter the time of day or place.
Sounds like once one game ended, you couldn't wait to get back on the court for the next game.
Oh, 100%. You only get 30 of them in the season. You practice year-round. You only get to play 30 games, and you do it all over again. So, yeah.
Is it similar as a coach as well? You can't wait to get back on the bench and start coaching in a game situation?
Oh, 100%. Like, you love practice because it's time to focus on you, but then you want to go put what you've practiced to the test. Then you go off season, and you're like, oh, well, I need much needed break. Then that lasts for like a week. Then you're like, I can't wait till next year.
So you have a couple of games, as we said, Saturday and then Monday. You've got Parkside and Ferris State. And again, so many important games now coming up. They're all important, obviously, but just the way the schedule falls and the way the standings falls and the way the results have fallen, every game huge, especially now that you're back home.
Absolutely. Then we stole one at Parkside, one on a buzzer beater, so they're coming here looking for vengeance. So that's going to be a tough one. Us and Ferris, going back to last year, it's always been they win, we win, they win. So hopefully we can continue that. We really need to defend our home court these next 2 games. Then we have to worry about what comes after that, which is a quick turnaround with us playing Monday, Thursday, Saturday next week.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck. Thanks for joining us this week. Best of luck as always. And we will see you next week as the season rolls on.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.